Hello and welcome back. In today's session, we will generate a unique and professional student ID card. As you can see, in the table we have card button. When user click on this button, we will generate a unique and professional student ID card. That is good. Let's close the application. As you can see, here we have an action listener interface, and in this interface we have three methods: on edit, on delete, and on card. That is good. We have already implemented on edit and on delete methods. In today's session, we will implement how we can generate student ID card. As you can see here, we write a simple message. Later, instead of that, we want to call a method to generate student ID card. That is so good. And here we want to define a method. For example, private void generate ID card. And here we want to pass int ID. That is so good. Here in the first step, we want to read database connection because we want to get data from the database. For that, we want to use try catch with resources. Simple, we will write try, and then here we will write the catch block. For example, SQL exception. That is good. Let's read the database connection. Simple connection can equal GDBC connection dot get database connection. So thereafter we want to write a simple query to get data from student table based on the ID, and we will write the query in MySQL workbench. Simple. Select. We want to select student ID. Then we have student name, father name, gender, and we want to select faculty name. Then we have student image from TBL student, and we want to join student table with faculty table. For that, we want to use inner join TBL faculty. Let's define a condition also. On TBL student dot faculty ID equal TBL faculty dot faculty ID. And we want to define where class also. Simple, where student ID equal parameter. That is good. Let's copy the query. And here we want to define a simple variable string, for example, query equal, and we want to paste that query. Okay, that is good. Thereafter we want to write prepare statement. Prepare statement yes equal connection dot prepare statement, and we want to pass that query. Okay, thereafter we want to bind parameter. We have student ID parameter. For that, we want to set a value. Simple. ps.set int, and here we want to pass 1, and we want to get value from the ID parameter because here we have an ID parameter. That is good. After that, we want to execute that query. For that, we want to take a variable of type result set. Result set rs equal, for example, we have ps.execute query method. Okay, after that, we want to define a simple condition if rs.next. That is so good. Thereafter, we want to generate student ID card. For that, here we have utilities package. Inside that, we have student ID card class. Let's open that. That's so good. Okay, for saving some time, I have already created this class, and this class is responsible to create a professional student ID card. So, if you want to get the source code of this file, you can get from the video description link. That is so good. As you can see inside the class, we have a method show ID card, and this method is responsible to create and generate a unique and professional student ID card. And here we have multiple parameters like ID, student name, father name, we have faculty, gender, and we have image path. Okay, once again I mentioned that you can get source code of this ID card from the video description link. There is no problem. Let's switch back to manage student form. So inside that, what we want to do? We want to get student information from the database. We have student ID, name, father name, gender, faculty, and student image. Let's define variables. We have int, for example, student id equal rs.get int of, we have student id. Thereafter we want to define string, for example, name equals rs.get string of student name. Thereafter we have father name, string father name equals rs.get string of father name. That is good. After that we have gender, simple, string, for example, gender equals rs.get string of gender. That is so good. After that we have faculty, string, for example, faculty equals rs.get string of faculty. So thereafter we have student image. We want to define a variable for this also. String, for example, image path equals rs.get string of, we have std image. So thereafter we want to call show student ID card method. Inside the class we have a method show ID card. We want to call this method, and this method is a static method. That means we can access using the class name. First we want to copy the class name, and then you want to write the method name. We have student ID card method, and here you can pass. First we have, let's check the syntax. We have student ID, that's good, student ID. As you can see, we got an error, incompatible types. That is because the show ID card parameter is string type, and here we defined integer type. For that we want to concatenate a simple string value. Hereafter we have name, father name, faculty, and we have gender, and finally we have image path. That is good. Let's write exception code here. For example, x.print stack trace. Okay, after that we want to call this method inside on card method. We want to remove this, and here we want to pass ID parameter. That is good. Let's run the application. Let's generate student ID card for Fatima. Why? What is the problem? Let's close that. Okay, here we have SQL exception, column name faculty not found. That is good. Let's check that. Okay, we don't have faculty column. Instead of that, we have faculty name column. That is good. Let's run the application once again. And here we want to generate student ID card for Fatima. As you can see, the card is generated. Thereafter, if you want to save the card, you can click Save as Image button. And here you want to select a directory. We have images directory, and we want to save on that directory. That is good. The image is saved. So let's open that directory. As you can see, the card is generated. Let's click on that. That is absolutely good. As you can see, the professional student ID card is generated. And here we have image, name, student ID, father name, gender, faculty, and here we have a simple signature. So let's close that. Then you want to generate another ID card. For example, you want to click on that. Let's click on the Save as Image button. And we want to save this also in image directory. We want to change the name. For example, here we want to change the name to, for example, John. The card is generated. Let's open the directory. As you can see, another card is generated. That is absolutely good. For the John, we generated a unique and professional student ID card. And that is enough for today. Have a good day. See you in the next one.